Hey everybody, what's poppin'? It's your girl Big Moody Booty and I'm back with another video. Today's video we are doing a story time, as you can see by the title, and it is so I hope that the quality of this video stays this way even when I upload it to YouTube, because this quality right now, I got a new phone. Your girl has a new phone, 256 gigabytes of space. Talk to me nice, new phone. Who this? Okay, bitch, don't even mind this ugly ass pimple. We're not gonna talk about it. But look at me, it's so clear. I love this. Okay, I got my little piglet. My baby got me a little piglet for Valentine's Day. That was like one of his many gifts he spoiled me with, so I'm holding it for this video. I'm also in my Savage X Fenty. Okay, if you follow me on Instagram, you already saw it. So the story that I want to talk about today is the time that I got so high I greened out and got a concussion. Yes, you heard that correctly. Now, with my, if we bring pride into it, I would say that I actually didn't green out and I was already feeling sick, and that's why I fainted. There's a lot to this story. Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed, fainted, then got a concussion. That's what happened. Let's just get into it, y'all, and y'all can come up with your own census if I greened out or if I was previously sick and that was my reasoning. So to start this story off, basically it involves me, my brother, and my best friend Milan. It was one night, and this was, I think, this was early 2018. This was like February 2018. My best friend Milan, she was coming over to my house and I was feeling like shit. I remember I was feeling like shit. I don't exactly remember like what it was. I don't know why. We just went out for dinner that night. Like she came to my house and we went out to dinner and I went with my brother. I don't know what happened because we usually don't do that, but so she was coming over and obviously we're gonna smoke. So she was coming over and I was getting all the weed prepared. I think we went to eat at Kelsey's. Yes. We went to Kelsey's and we took my brother. So we're in the car before we go into the restaurant and we're smoking. I think we rolled blunts backwards. I don't know if we were on one or if we all had one or there was two. I don't remember. But before we even got into the car, like before Milan came over, I was already feeling like shit. Like I don't know what was going on. I had just like a weird bug, like a stomach flu. I felt nauseous. I just felt like shit. But she was coming over and they wanted to go out to eat, so I wasn't gonna be a Debbie Downer and be like, no, I want to stay home. Obviously I'm not gonna do that, and obviously when we're sitting in the car I'm not gonna say no, I don't want to smoke, because there's a blunt rotating. Obviously I'm gonna want to hit that. I was already feeling like shit. I really don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but anyway, so we smoked, and I remember as we're smoking in the car, I felt even more like shit. Like every toke I was taking, I don't know if y'all have ever been such a crackhead like me to smoke when you have a headache, when you have a sore throat, when you feel like shit, you just still smoke. But you know that during that entire smoke session that like you're just making yourself feel like more shit. So that's what was happening. But obviously I was just like, you know what? Like I was thinking honestly that the weed would get rid of it. Like it would get rid of my headache. It would get rid of my nausea. I'm just gonna smoke and then I'm gonna eat. Like win-win. No. We were sitting in the Kelsey's. It was me, Milan was sitting next to me, and Nesta was in front of us. I swear I remember seeing Nesta. Yes, okay, I remember. So we're sitting at the table. I felt like so much shit that I didn't want to eat. So I didn't eat. I remember that Nesta ordered pasta, and I think Milan ordered pasta or something like that too. Yeah, so I didn't eat. I felt that much like shit. I think I was just drinking water or maybe a Sprite or a ginger ale, something like that. So now I guess we might have been sitting in there for like 20 minutes. There was actually like no one in the restaurant. It was a very dead night. It was all even a weekday, I think. I suddenly get that feeling. Okay. I'm gonna say I only greened out once in my life, because I don't think that I fainted because of the weed in this story time. I did green out once from an edible, which I'm actually making another story time too. It's coming soon. The first time taking an edible and greening the fuck out, coming soon. But I know what it's like to get insanely uncomfortably high where you feel like you're gonna be the first person that died from weed. So I was sitting there and you know when your heart start pounding, you know when everything, you start to kind of like, everything kind of starts to move, and you know when you're smoking and shit starts to move, that's a problem, because weed does not make you hallucinate. So bitch, shit was starting to like get a little fuzzy, a little woo woo. You know SpongeBob, the so that's what was happening. So immediately I was a little experienced to know, I'm like, okay girl, go outside, because for me at least personally, when I start to get that high, if I'm that high, I can't be around people, don't touch me, and I need cold air. Like that is what works for me. So I remember telling Milan and Nesta, I'm gonna be back, I'm just gonna go outside and get some air. Y'all, all I remember from that, so I'm here, Milan is like next to the hallway, I'm like standing, I'm sitting against the wall, Milan is sitting like beside the hallway, so I have to cross Milan. I swear to God, I cross Milan, I get out the booth, I take one step, I don't remember what the fuck happened next. You want to know what happened next? I woke up on the floor. I woke up looking at the ceiling. Like, I was confused. Well, actually, I was starting to wake up, and actually, I didn't see the ceiling. I seen Milan. She was on top of me, and she was like, oh my God, Kaya, like, are you okay? Wake up, what's wrong? Da, 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 da. I'm like, what happened? And that was all even so crazy to me, because you know, you always see people, when people faint, they're always like, what happened? You always see that in movies, or if you've ever seen somebody faint in real life, they always say what happened. So I immediately, when I said what happened, I was like, oh my God, I fainted. Like, I knew in my head, because I was like, that's what people say. Yeah, Milan was there. Milan, bitch, that girl was on me like a leapfrog. I swear to God, she leaped from the fucking booth to me. And she said I hit my head on the way down, because I don't know, there was like a table and chairs, and I don't remember she said the way I fell, I hit my head on the chair, and then I hit the floor. So, which I could just imagine, I probably looked so funny, because I probably hit the chair like boom, and then it probably looks hilarious. And then Nesta was there, and he was like, are you okay? What the fuck? And then the waitresses came. Oh my God, I remember. This is where the story gets a little funny. So the waitresses came, I was sitting up now. She got me water. I think there was a waitress and a manager. Like I said, it wasn't a busy night. She got me a water and maybe some candy. I remember her getting me a water, and I think she said she's gonna get me candy. And then she was like, do you want us to call the ambulance? Do you want us to call 911? And we kept saying, at this point, from when I heard, do you want me to call? I was up. I was like, huh? No, bitch, I'm straight. The fuck? So I guess because we were in their restaurant, and I guess maybe it was on camera for their business, they really wanted to, because I was like, girl, I'm fine. Like, and I was okay. Like, I literally was like fine. Like, I was straight. Yeah. And then so somehow I think Milan or my brother was like, yeah, our mom is coming to pick us up. But we drove there. I didn't drive. I think Milan drove. I don't really remember, but somehow, bitch, we got the fuck out of that restaurant. We were gone. I remember because I said something like, yeah, get me some candy. But I think they still wanted to call the ambulance. So that's why we were like, oh yeah, because I think, yeah, we said my mom is coming to pick us up, and they still wanted to call the ambulance. We didn't want to get into the car because yes, I remember the waitress knew we were high. And that's what also... that kind of bruised my ego too, because she was like, yeah, you just got too high, right? And I'm looking at her like, bitch, I've been a lot higher than this before, but you know, that's just my ego talking. But so she knew that we were high, and that's what I remember now. That's why we didn't want nobody to call the ambulance, nobody to call nobody, but we also didn't want her to see us get into the car, because we didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are weird. You don't know if she's gonna call somebody and be like, oh my God, this girl just fainted, she knocked her head off, and she's high as fuck, and she's driving, you know? So we ran the fuck out that restaurant. I was like, yeah, can you get me some candy and some water? They both left. We skirted the fuck out of there. And I think because we already paid, we did not do a eat and run. We did not do that. In the midst of everything, I think they paid for the food and got it to go. And bitch, we were out. We got into the car and we drove away. We literally ran into the car and we drove away. And then it wasn't until a day and a bit later, maybe a day and a half later, I decided to actually go to the hospital. And then I realized I had a concussion. I did not believe I had a concussion. I think I even still smoked. And to make it even worse, I went to go see a movie in the theaters with my friends. It was like somebody's birthday. It was like a lot of us went there. Girl, I'm not gonna say your name, but if you're watching this, you remember that night. Remember when we had to drive from there to there because I had to make sure I was there because my parents thought I was the real one. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she wants her name to be on YouTube, but girl, you know what I'm talking about. You a real one. I think we were watching Maze Runner, Scorch Trials. I think it was that movie. And my dumbass went to go see it, sit in that loud ass theater with a fucking concussion. I didn't even fucking know it. And then, yeah, I found out I had a concussion. Had to stay home on bed rest for the weekend. Lost my job for that, but I put that in another story time you guys will be seeing soon. And yeah, it was pretty crazy. So that was the first time that I ever fainted. The first time, well, I'm not gonna say the first time I greened out because I don't think I greened out, but yeah, I fainted. And that was another reason why I didn't think it was because of greening out, because I don't know nobody that's ever fainted from greening out. I know people fall asleep, but falling asleep and fainting is two very different things. So I don't know, it was mad crazy because like I said, I've never fainted in my life before. So, and I haven't fainted since then. So it was hella crazy. It was hella weird. I don't know what the fuck was going on with my body. I must have had some type of weird bug. And then, like, I'm not saying that the weed did not add to it. I think 100% it did. But I don't think that I greened out because number one, actually, fuck that. It's not even up for debate. Bitch, I had like 5 tokes off that blunt. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Bitch, I need to smoke 5 blunts to green out off a blunt. Come on now. So yeah, I'm probably gonna name this video the time I greened out, fainted, and got a concussion for a little bit of clickbait, but I don't believe I actually greened out. If you do, whatever floats your boat. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But yeah, that's the story of the first time I fainted and got a concussion in a Kelsey's restaurant. That was a very quick, short story time that I wanted to tell you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more story times coming soon. I hope you guys have also noticed my consistency. A bitch has been posting every week. I think I've done it for almost a month now. So per year, or it's about to be a month. So I hope y'all are noticing that or whatever. You know, subscribe to me, like my video, share it with your friends, with your parents, with your mom, with your kids. I don't care who it is. I don't care if you like me, if you don't, share it, give it a like, comments, subscribe. I think I said that already. And I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for still kicking it with me and watching my videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.